Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, nako, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Welcome mo sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. Happy Thursday ho sa inyong lahat. Ilang araw na lang ho, no? November na. At itong Sunday, magbabago na ho yung oras, no? Wala na ho sa British summertime. So, spring forward, fall back. So, babalik yung orasan, no? At magiging sa Pilipinas ay 8 hours ang time difference. Anyway, good evening ho. No? Happy Thursday sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Magandang gabi ho sa inyo. At syempre sa ating mga kababayan na tumutuloy ho, nakikinood ho sa atin na nasa Europa, good evening din ho sa inyo dahil hindi ho nagkakalayo oras natin, 1, 2 o 3 oras. Depende kung nasaan kayo. Russia, sa pagkakaalam ko, mga 3 oras yata, no? At maraming mga Pinoy dyan sa Russia, no? Kung kayo nanonood, at dati meron tayong mga kaibigan na nanonood mula ho sa Russia, magandang gabi ho. Happy Thursday. At syempre, saan mang bahagi ho kayo ng mundo naroon, tuloy ho kayo dito ho sa aming Immigration Corner. Ito yung palatuntunan kung saan ay tinatalakay ho ang mga immigration topics, issues, no? Na pwede hong apektado ho ang mga Pinoy, no? Kamag-anak nila, barkada, sila mismo, no? Dito po sa United Kingdom. So kung kayo yung nasa labas ho ng United Kingdom, educational ho to sa inyo, no? Malalaman ho ninyo kung paano ho ang proseso ng immigration dito po sa United Kingdom. Hindi ho ako, for first time viewers, hindi ho ako ang star of the show, no? Dahil wala ho akong alam sa immigration, no? Ang star of the show yung managing partner po ng Douglas Simon Solicitors. Brains and Beauty ho to. At a very good friend of ours. At siya ho ang eksperto sa immigration. Ladies and gentlemen, no, mga ka-social bubble natin, family natin. Ito po, no, ang ating pinakamamahal na abogada ho. Walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA, SIMON-CABATBAT. Attorney, happy Thursday.
Sonny, and to all, no, happy Thursday po. Happy pre-Halloween Thursday, actually. No,
yes.
I'm wearing my Halloween outfit, no. So I thought I'd pay homage to pumpkin. So I'm all orange.
No, tama. Oo nga, kasi the next program that we're gonna be having, tapos na yung di ba, yung Halloween. So tama. Ako naman, I'm wearing something light purpley. I don't know how you would call this color, my shirt, no? And of course, a blue shirt. Ayan. So light purple to. Hindi ko alam kung how you would call this. Light, ano ba tawag yan?
Lilac?
Siguro. Lilac siguro. About to be the exact siguro. Ganun ang color niya.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I missed you, no? We were not together last week yata, no? So yeah. Yes, because I was out that time. So yeah. So, kumusta? How was your weekend para, Attorney?
Oh no, it's been this month, itong October, and part of November has probably been
Mm-hmm.
the busiest
Oh,
month this year. Everything seems to be listed for hearing. I have a I don't quite know what's gone on with the courts, but bigla silang nagising, and everything seems to be
oh yeah.
listed at the moment. So every other day, meron kami mga hearing. So it's really quite busy. And that's exciting also, and lots of changes, of course. Oh, last time nakita tayo, we did not have a new prime minister, Sonny. Yung panibago
Oh
na
yes,
naman.
yes.
It seems to be,
Panibago na
every
naman. Oo.
we're on
Every
our third prime minister in a
the
matter
third
of
prime minister.
3 months, no?
Yes,
Diba?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Astonishing.
If you, if
So,
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. No, and sunod-sunod din yan because we had a general election. Prior to that, it was Theresa May, di ba? So parang sunod-sunod,
yeah,
maiksi yung kanilang mga termino, their terms. So yeah, yeah. Oo.
yeah,
Pero I'd like
yeah.
to warn, siguro, attorney, may problema ang signal mo. It's kind of wowy and fluttery, no? It's
Oh, sorry.
wow and flutter.
Oh,
Oh, but I hope, direct, ano ba, parang may wow and flutter ba ang dating sa'yo o sa akin lang? Talagang may wow and flutter. So, I hope,
talaga? Oh, I'm so sorry.
oo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so
Maybe,
parang nagwa-wow and flutter. But anyway, yeah, so
okay.
you had a very busy, no? Sabi mo nga, this past, is it month or two, sabi mo, no? Why is it so? Bakit? Is it
Yeah.
because at just this time of the year, all of these hearings are coming, are parang scheduled? How you attribute the busyness of this lately?
Well, a part of it is the courts are still catching up now with the backlog caused by COVID, no? So
Okay.
I mean, saying that the courts have been quite good in that for a time a lot of hearings were happening by remotely, so by video and sometimes by phone calls, no? But they obviously could not get
This,
through as many
okay.
hearings dati.
These hearings, attorney, these hearings would also have your clients on the other side perhaps, or sat beside you while having the hearing? Ano ba, ikaw lang ba? Or
Yeah,
is there the presence of the client? Or are yung mga inaano mo,
it
yung mga,
depends.
how do you go? Client ba tawag doon? Yung pagka meron kang yung client siguro, tama ba? Client, no?
Yeah, yung kliyente ko. Yeah, so it
O
depends rin kung
kliyente,
anong
oh.
klase ng hearing. So it could be a relatively small hearing, so hindi sila kailangan. So it could also be what's called an ex parte hearing, so that the other side are not around. But full-on hearings, no, where people give evidence, then everyone is there, no. Yung kabila, yung kliyente ko, so and of course yung representatives for the other side. So it's all sorts of hearings are being listed at the moment. So I think they are still catching
Mhm.
up, but this month they seem to have really made every effort to list everything. So yung nga lang is
Oh,
I mean, I don't mind busy, no? Ang ganda nga ng busy. I like to be busy, but there's such a thing as moderation. So I'll be glad for October finishing. So
ganun ba?
I'm looking forward
Oo.
to Halloween, not because of the candies,
Pero,
but actually because
same,
it's the end of the
oo.
month.
Okay. Same time, same month, same time last year. Oh, it was not as busy as you are right now. Yung panahon na yun because of this, yung nga yung may backlog eh. When did the backlog start? It started 2020 ba? O 21? Ando na yung backlog?
Yeah. Yeah, in
Oo.
last year, probably not as busy. Dahil, in part also, because the 2021 nga lang, in part, things were not
Mhm.
being listed, or when they're being listed remotely. So
Okay.
it wasn't so bad. And traveling is quite a big thing. Ngayon, pretty much all our hearings are in person, so we have to travel to the courts, for example. Now, so no, it's been a challenging month, but I mean, I enjoy it. I really do. So I've enjoyed October. Nga lang, it's you had sometimes it's quite nice to take a bit of a breath, you know. But there
Yeah.
you go. But what about you, Sonny? Anything interesting sa'yo for over the weekend?
Yeah, I'm traveling. Well, it's something, ano naman, how do you call this? Moving forward, I'm going away for about 9 days, no? For a travel not really all over, probably half of Italy. as a special treat to my sweetheart. No, so I'm going to be away for about 9 days. So yan, baka
We'll
lang,
miss
I'll try
you.
my best na kung saan ako bumagsak. Kaya hopefully kung kaya, I'll be with you. Pero yun nga, no? But sometimes you can manage on your own. Unless both of us will be away next week, then we'll have to work. Oh, well, I doubt it dahil I'll be out nga, no? But yeah, yun ang aking ano, I'm gonna be going to, Verona, the fictitious place
Nice.
in Romeo in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. So we're going to be visiting
Of
the
course.
Juliet's house for briefly lang, ganun. And then we're
Mhm.
going to Florence. We're going to Modena. Modena is the place where you have it's the birthplace of all this posh what do you call it? Posh by na ano na mga sports cars, Ferrari,
Oh,
yeah, ano ba yung mga pangalan ng mga kotse? Ferrari, Lamborghini, ano ba yung mga, basta yung ganun, doon sa Modena, and then Bologna, and
wow.
then Florence. Florence. And then from Florence, we proceed to Cinque Terre. It's a lovely place, no, where you have Cinque Terre, you know, and then to Genoa, the birthplace of Christopher Columbus, who discovered America, and then to Turin,
Wow.
the home of the Fiat cars, no. And I don't know if you're Catholic. There's the Holy Shroud of Turin, they call it, yung parang the shroud daw
Yeah.
na parang pinuna sa face ni Jesus Christ, no? And then from there to Lake Como, and then to Venice for a couple of nights. So yeah, it's going to be
Wow.
a
BC.
very busy. It's going to be involve a lot of driving, so I have to sleep well the night before, at every night, to be able to be fully recharged to face the day when I have to drive hundreds of kilometers, no, to each destination. But okay, it's worth it. It's been a
Wow.
long time when we had
Yeah.
it. So yeah, yun lang. Yun lang so far, attorney. Yeah. So yun ang aking
Well, no,
activity
that's
ngayon.
wonderful.
So I'll be away
And
during Halloween. I'll be celebrating Halloween in Italy. In Spain, I was surprised to see Spanish kids doing trick or treat. No, in
mm,
restaurants you would eat in restaurants, and then some kids would come by. But I don't know how they celebrate it in Italy. I'll find out, no, and let you know when I come back. So yeah,
yeah, no,
so
do.
far yun.
Yes, it's
Oh,
wow, exciting,
so
Sonny. We'll miss you, but look, I will
it's
try and
actually
fill your big shoes.
it's also the birthday of Sol, so it's a special treat for her.
Ah,
So yeah, we're gonna do where
wow.
it's actually parang partly a break and a celebration of her birthday. So yeah, so
Oh,
yun ang aming
wow. Oh,
so yeah.
excellent. Oh,
Kaya kumusta? Teka muna, kumusta
birthday
si
Sol.
Watson? How is Watson nga pala,
Oh,
by the way? Kumusta na siya?
Watson is his usual lazy self nga. Ano, most of the time tulog nga siya. Tulog o kakain o naglalaro. So, what a life, ha? No,
Oo nga, oo. Relax.
he's doing well nga.
Question. How okay? Would you know how many years pa ang kanyang kumbaga ang kanyang life? Are we talking of 2 years or less than a year, 3 years? And if say for example 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, as the case may be, after that, for example, are you going to be having a puppy or having another dog? Ano ba?
Oh, no, that is a question. No, I mean,
That is a
he's
question.
Labrador, no, and yeah, so he's a Labrador, and he's a golden Labrador. They tend to
Uy, ayan, laki na ilong ah. Laki na ilong ni Watch. Cute naman. Bait, no? Ang
so
Labrador.
yeah,
Pero tira, okay ba?
that's
Is he gonna
Watson.
live long pa? He's gonna live long? Kasi the last time, I think you brought him to the vet ba? O ano, tama ba? O mali yung dinig ko.
Yeah,
Basta,
well,
how
he
is he?
does
How is he? How
hardly.
is he?
Yeah, no, he's quite well, especially he's lost. He's following in your footsteps, Sonny. You know, he's lost 10 kilos itong pasong ito.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
napakataba
Following my
niya
footsteps,
dati.
huh?
So he's lost 10 kilos.
Wow.
He had to, you know,
Ako
because it
naman,
was just
dahil,
too much.
good. Okay. Ako naman, ano tawag dito, looking at myself sa mirror, sabi ko, I've really lost a lot of weight. I think I need to get back maski a couple of kilos siguro or 3 kilos, no? Dahil looking at myself, parang pwede na ako sa mga, ang tawag dito, yung mga trick or treat, no? Dahil yung mga, di ba, mga skeleton ng mga design ng mga yan, di ba? So, gusto ko rin maglaban ng konti. Pero okay naman, because somehow, I've achieved, I know now how to work on my body. I know when to lose weight. I know. I'm now working on how to add on weight. Ayan. Ganun naman ang aking parang
Wow.
pinag-aaralan. Because I'm turning my body into a laboratory, a lab. So, yeah. Imagine,
But you have
I've lost,
weight.
Yeah. 30 kilograms from my high of 90 before a long time. Let's say that I achieved 94 or something or beyond, to down to 64. That's 30 kilograms that I've lost. No? So
30.
so I've done it.
So,
I can do it again.
sandali. So you're 60 kilos. So have you lost a third of your weight?
Yeah, tama ka. Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. If I was in my 90s
Wow.
and I'm now in my 60s, below 60s ko, yeah, a third of my weight. Yes, you're right. Yeah, tama. If you look at it that way, no,
Don't
one
you?
third of 90 is 30. 2/3 of 90 is 60. So yeah, you're right. Correct. Yeah, I did. No,
Gosh,
it's
that is
amazing.
impressive.
Amazing to listen, to hear it. No, yeah. So I know how to do it. I've done it before. I've done it. Well, I'm still doing it. Kaya lang, I know how to now play around with my weight. No, I know what to do now, what to eat, what to. No, so yeah. So yeah, pareho na kami ni Watson.
Wow.
Pero hopefully soon is I'm gonna be, when I get to tell, I want to go back to 70 at least, no, 70. Mga nasa 60. When I got sick with my E. coli, I went down to 62. Yeah, so
That's low.
sobrang payat
Yeah.
ko. And I was looking at myself, attorney, no, wow, sabi ko, parang pangit Masyadong payat. But yeah, okay lang. I tried to now. Before my aspiration was to go down, you know. Now medyo aspiration was to go up a bit, you know, and then keep my weight on that, peg it at that, lang siguro at 70, hopefully. It's a long way to go pa. So yeah.
Well,
Ay, teka muna,
you can do
attorney.
it in Italy and pasta.
Oh yeah, yes, you're right. Pasta, pizza. Oh, diba? Oh, Bologna. I think Bologna is the home of, is it Bologna or some? Oh, Naples, Napoli. I won't go to Napoli, but Naples is the home of pizza. But yung Bologna is known for yung kanilang mga pasta nila. Bologna, yung province of Bologna. They're known for it. So yeah, I'll do a lot of eating of pastas. Tama ka. I'll try to beef up or stuff myself up with a lot of pasta and pizza. So dun sa kaya napapayat ng mga pizza nila when I went to Rome. Ang payat ng pizza nila. And you go to Venice, may matabang pizza, pero everywhere you go, parang sasawa na ako pag. Tsaka iba ang pizza nila. Parang more of the tomato, flavory thing. And it's iba. But okay lang yan. It's once in a while naman, di ba? Oh, teka muna. Attorney,
Yeah.
let's go for ready na ba tayo direct sa ating mga, okay, sige. Roll.
Okay.
Ayan, attorney. Ayan. Sino? Let's play our little game.
Sino kaya? You know, I tell you
Sino
what.
kaya?
I was actually thinking of him, of Penny's wife this morning when I was
Yes.
when I was
Itong wife,
outfitting
anniversary.
myself in
last
the
time.
in my Halloween outfit. So I thought Oliver, no. Then of course
Oliver.
last week, diba? Yes,
Yeah.
Oliver.
Siya
Anniversary
yung
nila.
wedding anniversary niya. Oh!
Please.
Maris.
Yay,
Ah,
Maris. Hi,
lumalaban si
Maris.
Maris.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening po.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
Maris. How are you? Yeah.
Oh, tama ba to, Direk? Si Maris ang talaga una? Wow. So that now
Wow.
intrigues us. Ano nangyari kay, di ba? kay Oliver. Yeah, you're right. No, some of my friends in America, sa bahay nila meron sila mga decor ng mga skeleton, mga ganyan, mga, di ba? Because of the Halloween, they're really much into it, no? Yung Halloween celebration. Okay, Maris Mendez, kauna. Wow, mabuhay
Yun na
ka,
nga.
Maris, ha?
Number
And
one.
good evening, no? Siguro number two. Sino ang number two natin, direct? Attorney, direct. Si attorney. Ayan, sino ang
Okay,
pangalawa
okay,
natin?
okay. No, I will stick with Oliver. Oliver is
Oliver pa rin.
next.
Okay, Oliver, tingnan natin. Oliver nga ba? Yo! Yun! Alam mo, tama ka, we look forward to Oliver kasi he composes something. He tells us something, di ba? It's not something yung nakagawa na, but there's a story to read it, di ba?
Yun na nga,
So,
no,
yeah.
it's great, no, to get his,
It's
long
great. Yeah.
messages
Look forward
nga,
to Oliver's messages. Yeah.
updates nga. Yeah, so ito,
ano sabi niya,
so
attorney?
sabi niya, good evening po, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, and
Hmm.
Direct Pao. Our family wanted something to remind us of the UK. So last weekend,
Oh,
I drove them to the
Ooh.
Canadian border. Oh, and took the
Oh.
ferry to Victoria. Oh, okay, British Columbia.
British
As
Columbia.
British,
British Columbia.
as British could ever be on this part of the Americas. Tama ka. Yeah,
Hmm.
we had high tea
Wow.
at the Fairmont Empress Hotel.
Ooh.
Bloody, you'll never think those dainty
Yummy.
sandwiches can fill you up, but they actually do.
Ooh.
They are
Wow.
so gorgeous, though, no, Oliver. Their tea, no, with they also give you little. So I don't know. Did they give you little scones also, Oliver? But yeah,
Wow.
no, it's they do it well. No, the Brits do their high tea very
Galing,
well.
no?
Oh, and sabi ko, Oliver, this is my
Hindi pa ako napunta
Halloween
ng Canada
outfit for you.
Oo nga,
Ano ba?
oo. Kasi Oliver, I remember Oliver guessing every time you'd have a little game, yung sa back mo or anything just behind you, he would be the first. He would be the person to guess who would guess, diba? Who would be able to figure it
Yeah.
out, no? So maano. At saka ikaw, you've been to Canada. Which part of Canada ka, attorney? The French side or the British side? Parang ba? Ikaw mo kaya British Columbia. Nasan ka?
Yeah, I mean, I actually lived in a little place called Keswick. No, it's in Ontario, so it's next.
Ontario,
next to,
sa east. Nasa
yeah,
east.
yeah. I don't know if
East,
that's necessarily
East Coast.
So yeah, East Coast. I think it's tama ka.
Okay.
So
Ontario,
it's,
East Coast, pero sa loob
it was
yan ng
near a
konti.
place. Sa loob ng konti.
Okay.
So it was next to
Okay.
a lake called Lake Simcoe. So no, I remember Canada very fondly, and I've been a few times now to Vancouver. Love Vancouver. Oh, it's
the other side.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised
Sa
on the other
Pacific.
side. Yeah. So yeah, no, I hope you had a great time, Oliver. I'm sure you did.
Wow, galing. That's good. Actually, you should design your life. You are having, you had your wedding anniversary. Now with the family, you're having a small treat. The idea of, of going to a part of where more or less it's British inspired, British influence, British setup, parang ganon. So maganda yan. Maganda ginagawa mo. And I love, we look forward, attorney and I look forward to your messages because there's a story. It's updating us, di ba, attorney? Ang ganda di ba? Parang, balita na daw bago siya, di ba? The last time, it was the anniversary. Di ba, yung nahulog yata, nadulas pa yung misis, pero prepare pa rin yung pagkain niya. So, imagine mo yan. Tama? Was that the story? She slipped or something like that, no? And yet,
she broke her back, sabi niya.
Broke her back ba yata or something like that? Oh, imagine mo yan. The love and the devotion to each other. Maganda yan. Finding your soulmate, no? Para tuloy ako nagiging imbes na Halloween, magiging parang feeling ko Valentine's Day. Dahil sa ano. Okay, sino kasunod natin? Attorney. Sino kasunod natin? Sige, thank you, Oliver.
Okay,
Sino yan?
Oh yeah, third place.
Pangatlo pala.
I think
Pangatlo pala. Wala pa pa.
I
Yung
think Miss
pangatlo.
Paner. Miss Paner.
Base Paner.
Yeah, ata.
Marian Galicia Paner. Tingnan
Hula
natin.
ko.
Tama ba? Oy!
Analu!
Analu! Yeah.
Analu,
Okay.
yeah.
Oo,
Amazing.
Analu.
Thursday,
Malaban,
sabi niya. Evening, yeah. Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny. Direct Pow. And to all viewers, ingat po tayo. Okay. God bless us all. Hi, Analu. Kumusta? Hopefully,
Hi,
you're back
Analu.
home now, ano?
Oo. May trivia ako. Naka-capital yung Attorney Lira niya kanina, no? Balik mo doon, direct. Attorney Lira. Ayun. Hindi ko alam, baka may, just for a bit of trivia, ang pangalan ni Attorney Lira, ngayon nakiuso na euros, no? Euro, no? Sa France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, kung saan-saan yan, no? Germany. Pero ang pera dati ng Italy, pupunta akong Italy, lira. Di ba?
Yep.
Alam mo ba, Attorney? Lira ang pangalan?
Yeah. No. I was,
mga lira.
of course, I remember before, when it was still lira, no, not
lira pa,
euros, no. Most people now, hindi na nila matandaan nga yung lira nga dati.
Hindi na, lira.
Yeah.
Francs, lira, ano pa ba yung sa Spain, pesetas, ganyan, mga ganun, no?
Peset,
So,
yeah. Yun na nga.
pesetas.
Drachmas, no?
Okay.
In Greece.
Ano? Sa Greece, ganun ang pera nila. Ngayon, euro na no? Okay. Si Emmeline. Magaling. She's well.
She's feeling good. She's capital, no? So, yeah.
Nasa La Union ba yan? Nasa La Union yata sa Emmeline, no? Emmeline, nasa La Union ka ba?
Could be, no? So,
okay.
Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira.
Good evening.
Everyone and Direct Pow. Good morning. Yeah,
good morning. Good morning sa'yo. Good morning sa Pilipinas.
Nasa Pilipinas ka pa rin, ano? Yeah, Mr. Bell. Nandun ka pa rin, no? Nasa Pilipinas ka pa rin siguro, no?
Nagpapagawa ng bahay siya sa buong UK, buong Pilipinas, no? Ayan, sino to? Si Mario Sandre Inache. Ito ba yung taga Cyprus ba? Cyprus? O hindi? Taga Cyprus, yes. Sige, Attorney.
Talaga? What a lovely evening
Mario
po
Sandre.
Sa lahat. Yeah, Attorney Lira. Sir Sonny and Direct Paula. God bless po sa ating lahat. Yeah, God bless. No? Are you well? Hopefully you're well.
Hopefully you're well.
Yeah.
Na-intrigue ako sa Cyprus kasi is an island closer to the Middle East pa yata, than Greece. Okay, tama, watching from Cyprus, tama. Gigi, ilan para, Attorney? Sige.
Hi, Gigi. Yeah, good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Happy Thursday, all viewers. Also, Direct Pow. No, keep safe. God bless everyone here and the followers. Yeah, no, tama ka, Gigi. And to you too.
Yes.
No? Hopefully you well.
Ikaw din. Gigi, no? Yan. Ganda ng pangalan mo, Gigi. Parang yung tita ko, si Auntie Gigi ko. Okay. Yan. Sino? Bago to. Irene Habonillo. Taga saan ka, Irene?
Hi, Irene. Yeah, yun na.
Sige, hi.
Good evening, sabi niya. Good evening po. Yeah, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. I'm fascinated yung picture niya, no? It looks like she's wearing a flamenco or a ball gown.
Spain kaya to?
Diba?
Long gown, no? Flamenco style yata, no? Irene, nasaan ka? Habonillo. Parang Spanish surname din, no? Pero, although mga Pinoy, ganyan din ang surname, no? Habonillo. So, Irene, where are you watching us from, no? Let us know. Okay. Ayan. Si Ma'am Cora.
Si Ma'am Cora. Yeah. Nanonood siya. So, there's your comment niya, no? Advance happy and blessed birthday, our dear soul. Tama ka, no? Happy birthday. So, ang ganda ng tangerine na dress ni Attorney Lira and the blue shirt of Sir Sonny. Ma'am Cora. Thank you po. Yeah. We try.
Yes,
Thank
you, Ma'am. Ang birthday ni Sol is on the 5th. Yung Guy Fawkes Day dito. Yung Guy Fawkes on the 5th of November. Every 5th of November. Yes, same day ang kanyang birthday. So, yes. Thank you, Ma'am Zagora, on behalf of Sol. No? So, yeah. Talaga nakikinig dahil they're, nag-comment. Or, nanonood, I should say. Yan, sige, okay. Direct. Attorney.
Si
Si
May,
May.
galing po to kay May. May Tigbao Vargas. Hi, May. Good evening and happy Thursday to everyone watching from Exeter, Devon. God bless. Hi, May. How,
Wow.
is it, dito hindi nga ngayon umuulan. Kahapon. Oh, no, 2 days ago. Ang lakas ng ulan, ano? Hopefully the weather's okay. I mean, it's evening na nga. But there you go. Oh,
Yeah,
si
yes.
Oliver. Oh,
Oliver ulit.
yun.
Ayan, okay. Sige. Naku, ito, looking forward talaga tayo kay Oliver. Sige.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, sabi niya, it's quite interesting to note that naming places there in the UK have been widely used and adapted here in the US, such as Birmingham, Alabama,
Yes,
Raleigh,
Alabama.
North Carolina, Boston, as well as Plymouth, Massachusetts, and of course, New York. And not to forget, at the other side of the border, Surrey. Yeah, Richmond, tama ka, Abbotsford, and of course, New Westminster, all of which can be found in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada. Tama ka, Oliver. It's a bit strange actually to go to see, because we were based in Richmond, to have Richmond here and Richmond there. So, but yeah, no, tama ka. Tama ka. It's very British.
It's nice. Thanks for the message. It's really lovely reading this, no? Yung attorney reading it and we, finding out something, no? And ano yan? Kumbaga, dagdag kaalaman din yan to most of us, no? Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Oh.
Si Irene.
Thank you, Irene. Satang Sari, taga Pangasinan po ako. Ayun. Ano ka ba, nurse? Kasi naka-flamenco, ano ka ba, galing ka ng Spain, parang naka-flamenco ka, red na, parang mahabang damit yata yan. Ikaw ba yan. Corazon Bracho, bago to. Bago ba to? Ngayon lang ba to? Direct? Ngayon lang, first time.
Corazon, first time, yeah. Thank you for joining us. No, sabi niya, good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. God bless po always. Yeah, you too. Hope you're well, no? And thank you for joining us tonight, no?
Okay, all right. Ayan, okay. Last but not the least, tama ba, direct, no? Muna for the time being.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ito yung inaano mo kanina.
Yeah, Marian Panea. Yun nga. Yeah, yung hula ko kanina.
Hula mo kanina, pangalawang hula mo.
Yeah.
Pangatlo yata.
Magandang gabi po siya, sabi niya, Kuya Tony and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po. Stay safe always. God bless us po. Yeah, God bless me.
God bless din sa'yo. Yeah, hope you're well, no? Because we were surprised na nakapasok sila yung mga nakapasok ngayon, no? Sila Maris Mendez, no? Mabuhay, no? Okay, well, Carol lang po. No. Pero Carol ka ba na nanggaling ka sa Spain na pumunta rito? Kasi ang damit mo, sabi nga ni attorney is parang naka-flamenco, yung parang yung mga sayaw-sayaw ng mga ganun-ganun. So, ganun ba ang di ba? Galing ka ba na Spain? Have you had mga clients din, attorney, na yung mga from Spain coming over? Mga Pinoy? Nagkaroon ka
regularly.
Meron ka rin mga...
Yeah.
Kasi marami nagdagdag sana from Spain, di ba? Na mga Pinoy. No, maraming mga Pinoy na coming from Spain. So, that's and I know of some families. Ang ganda ng dating dito because the children were able to go to universities. Kasi the same yan, di ba? Parang treaty dati ng EU na parang pareho din kung ano yung kunyari, anak ng British dito, same, parang pagka anak ng another EU, the same as a British, no? Same mga, you don't have to pay for like an overseas student, no? Hindi, pareho rin, lahat.
Yeah.
Okay, ang galing ng So, okay, we're gonna have a short break ngayon. At yung ating for the time being, nung ating mga pagbati mamaya pagtatapos ng ating program, tutuloy natin yung mga natira pa, no? At ito ang topic, right to work checks. So, handa ninyo yung pen and paper. At pagbalik ko namin, itatalakayin ni attorney yan, no? Itong topic natin, immigration topic for the night. Huwag ko kayang alis, saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, balik na ho tayo sa ating programa at ready na ho ako. Meron na akong pagsusulatan at panulat. Okay, good evening once again, attorney. No? Once again, magandang gabi sa iyo sa Happy Thursday natin. Ayan. So, okay na. So, take it away, attorney. Yung ating, so ito yung right to work check. Sige, take it away.
Okay. Yeah, happy Thursday po ulit sa inyong lahat, no? Ang pag-uusapan nga natin ngayon is right to work checks, no? So, now, so unang-una, kailangan bang gawin ng employer nyo kung meron kayong trabaho nga? The answer is yes, no? So, since the 29th of February 2008, no, it's an obligation on part of an employer to check na kung sino man ang employee nila na pwede silang magtrabaho nga dito, meron silang visa in order to be able to work. If they don't, then they could face penalty. So don't be offended if they ask, you know, can we have a look at your passport or yung BRP nyo, because it is a legal obligation, no? Because otherwise, the penalty can be quite a bit. It can be as much as £20,000, no, per employee. So that is why they're quite keen to check. Now, there are essentially, you know, there are 3 main ways when they're checking. It depends really kung anong status nyo, kung anong lahi nyo nga, no? So the first possibility is a lot of employers do this manual check, no? So pagka nag-apply kayo ng application to be able to work, when you start, usually sasabihin nila, okay, can you bring your passport, no? Or your naturalization certificate, or hindi yung birth certificate nga, no? So it's a manual check. So they would take a copy nga of the documents and they'll put it away. Now, so a lot of people are still doing that. They do it manually. Now, however, it's changed quite a bit now, and especially kung hindi nga kayo British o kaya Irish nga dito. So it is better for employers, no? Kung hindi nga walang British passport or Irish passport yung prospective employee to go to check it by way of 2 other means. So basically online, no? So kung British kayo o kaya Irish nga kayo dito, then the Home Office can also check by what's called identity document validation technology. So for short, IDVT, no? So basically, ang mangyayari, yung passport nyo, will then be uploaded, to the company doing the check, and then and there's a fee of £7 50 per check, but the employer should pay that actually. And then what they would do is then they come back to the employer to say, yeah, it's a valid document, and they've checked that. It takes a few weeks for that to arrive. So kung mag-uumpisa na kayo, they should do that sooner rather than later, no? So if they do that, the IDVT check, hindi na nila kailangan nga yung manual check, no? And most employers do it because it's the same. At the same time, they check the DBS, for criminal records, mga ganoon. So a lot of employers implement this IDVT check kung British nga kayo, or indeed kung meron kayong Irish or British, no? Now, for most of my clients though, limited status nga sila dito. So anong kailangan ng employer? Anong gusto nilang galing sa inyo? And this causes an awful lot of actually weird confusion. So, from the 6th of April, 2022, employers have to carry out online checks on individuals who have, if you like, limited leave to remain. So, kung meron kayong nakuha, nagpasok kayo ng application, nakakuha nga kayong visa, pwede kayong magtrabaho dito. Usually, meron kayong BRP, So, it's a BRP, that's a biometric residence permit if you have limited leave, o biometric residence card, kung indefinite na nga kayo dito. But either one, you can, yung employer nyo can check if you have the right to work. And of course, importante nga yun. Kung kailangan yun, bago kayo mag-uumpisa. Now, what causes a lot of confusion is most employers, sasabihin nila sa kliyente ko, kailangan namin ng share code. Hindi alam ng kliyente ko kung anong share code. Now, that's easy enough. So, ang mangyayari, you go on the Home Office website, and yung share code, manggagaling nga sa inyo. And I can send to you the link kung kailangan nyo nga yun. But it's basically, it's a Home Office nga, and then if you type in prove right to work, makikita nyo nga yung link. And there, you enter your details, so they will ask you for example, date of birth nyo, ganun. Maiksi lang naman. It's actually not quite difficult. And at the end of the process, bibigyan kayo ng, it's a 9-digit code. That's called a share code. Now, pagka nasa nyo na yung share code, and you don't get paper for that, it's just yung reference, yung 9 digits information. Yun ang papasa nyo sa employer. Now, the employer then can go on what's called the employment checking service. And that again is on the Home Office website. It will ask the employer, anong share code. Noon nila lalagay yun. And then your details will come up. Noon nila malalaman, o sasabihin ng Home Office, okay, the details match details that we have. Dahil nakakuha nga kayong biometric card o biometric permit. Makikita nila doon fairly quickly actually, na that you have the right to work. Now, importante nga yung that process, so getting the share code, and then later on, yung employer nyo checking online, employment checking service, for example. Importante yun, especially kung nagpasok nga kayong application, pero hindi pa tapos, May visa kayo dito, pero hindi pa nga tapos. So, the BRP, yung card nyo nga, of course, will have expired. So, it's important na yung makita nga ng employer na kahit nga tapos na yung visa nyo, yung sa card nyo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin status nyo nga dito. Dahil nagpasok kayo ng application bago natapos ang visa nyo. So, yung visa nyo just continues, So, yun. Also, appeals, So, sabihin natin, nagpasok kayo ng application, sabihin natin, spouse visa kayo, Nagpasok kayo ng application, for whatever reason, na-refuse yung application nyo. Then, you appealed within time, within 14 days kung nandito nga kayo. So, the appeal is waiting to be listed. And at the moment, ang bagal nga ng appeal, listing of the appeal, it takes about 6 months to get an appeal date. So, again, pagka binigay nyo yung share code nyo sa employer nyo, makikita nila, pwede pa rin kayo magtrabaho. Because although na-refuse nga kayo, you have appealed in time. So again, yung visa nyo, dire-diretso pa rin until such time as the appeal is sorted. So importante nga itong process, no? Getting the share code and then giving that to your employer so that then they can check, no? So and there it's free, no? There's no fee to be paid when you go on the Home Office website, and they're relatively fast. So kung nakakuha kayo ng BRP o kaya meron kayong your card nga, you should also have the Home Office should also have the corresponding data. So it shouldn't take also so long as you have yung share code. So importante yun ang unang-una, yung kailangan yung bigay sa employer nyo, pagka nasa kanila na, then they do the checks. And then, hopefully, makikita nga nila that you're able to, of course, work in the United Kingdom. And the same actually goes for right to rent, no? Gusto na makita din, you do have the right to rent. So a lot of things now are done, online, no? But a lot of people still, they only have, I still come across clients, wala nga silang BRP, dahil visa nga nila, yung indefinite na katatak nga sa luma nilang passport, no? And it doesn't mean na wala nang aking visa, tuloy-tuloy pa yung visa nyo, but it's probably better to get a BRP, or in this case, it would be biometric residence card, dahil nga you have residence in the UK. Not least because pagka magbiyahe kayo, sabihin natin uwi kayo sa Pilipinas, or anywhere, even Europe nga, no? Gusto nang makita, that is the airline na meron nga kayong status pabalik nga dito. Otherwise, it could be that they don't let you board the plane, even though you have perfect status in the United Kingdom. Dahil indefinite nga kayo, no? Nandun nga sa passport nyo, yung nga lang paso na yung passport, no? So, just be, if you can, ang payo ko, especially if you're traveling, no? Get the BRP, no? Get the card nga. And it has also this, the added advantage, kung magbago ng trabaho nyo, gusto nyo kumuha ng panibago, then they can quite easily check nga online. But of course, kung British nga kayo, it's not this online checking service, hindi nga yun, because they do the other thing, that is the IDVT, no? The Identity Document Validation, no? So yun ang kailangan nilang gawin. So as I've said, there are three main ways of checking. Manual, which is fairly basic, passport nga. But most employers now either do one of the two online. So that is the IDVT, kung British nga, o Irish. And o kung hindi, kung indefinite nga kayo, pero meron kayong card, or in limited leave kayo, spouse visa, sabihin nga natin, then they can do a check online. But as I've said, ang unang-una, kailangan nila yung share code because that gives them the authority, if you like, no, to check nga your details. That's really the reason why the share code was introduced. So don't stress kung sabihin ng employer nyo, kailangan namin check-in. That's fine. Also, they're required actually to check more regularly, depends on your visa, no? So kung definite na nga kayo, pagka nakuha nila yung confirmation sa online checking service nga na meron kayong visa, they don't need to redo it again. Indefinite nga kayo. So settled status na nga kayo dito. Kung ang visa nyo matatapos, so sabihin nga natin, spouse visa nga kayo, alam nila matatapos in 2 years time, then they have to diarize it. They have to check with you at least 6 months before that you can still continue to work, no? So yung nga, and then if you don't have an outstanding visa, so sabihin natin nagpasok nga kayo in the under the EU settlement scheme, no? And that's still pending, then they need to check at least every 6 months. And yung nga, if you fail to check, tapos you continued, if they failed to check but they continue to employ you, wala nga kayong status, then there's the possibility nga of a rather heavy fine. And that's why they do it nga, no? So yung nga, huwag kayo matakot, no? Just give them the details. And don't be confused about the share code, no? That's fairly easy to get. Yung nga kailangan yung bigay. So it should be relatively straightforward, but things always, of course, go wrong, you know, especially now with computers. But if it does go wrong, try it again. It's not that you can't try it again. So try the share code again, tapos bigyan niyo sa kanila.
Ayan, oo, ayan. Hindi ka pwede magbigay ng 8 digits, attorney, dahil 9 digits, di ba?
9 digits. 9.
9 digits, so sabi mo, manggagaling sa inyo, sabi mo yung share code. And that's, you get it from online, and then you provide the, the prospective employer, no? Ayan, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, heavy fine. Magkano fine nga ulit? May
It
mga
could be
heavy
as
fine
much
ng
as
pagkaano.
20,000.
Wow, oo nga, narinig ko siya, 20,000, no? Grabe, no? Oh.
Per
Bakit?
employee.
Bakit? Parang fraud yan, ganun? Kasi parang laki ng
Well,
penalty, no?
yeah,
Or
they want
parang
to,
you know,
they want to deter, people from employing people who do not have leave to remain in the UK. Yung nga lang ang it does, however, give the responsibilities then on the employer, really, no. That's why they're quite they're quite keen on checking. But a lot of people sometimes they get a bit concerned, no. I mean, alam naman nila may visa kami, bakit pa ginagawa, no? Naiinsulto sila. But it's unfortunately it is a responsibility na kailangan nilang gawin. So huwag kayo mainsulto, just give it to them.
Tama. Tsaka kung talagang legitimate ka naman, then just comply, and that's it, no? Kung yun ang hinihingi, comply lang tayo, no? Okay, may bumper ba tayo sa mga questions, Direk? Okay. Sige, pasok na tayo sa mga questions, attorney, at marami-rami ito. Ha?
Yeah.
So, first question number 1, ayan. Corazon B.
Okay, galing po to kay Corazon. Hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Please give me some advice. May private pension po ako for my late husband. Meron po akong insurance number and NHS number, and I'm holding a tourist visa right now. Itatanong ko lang po, sana kung meron po akong ibang visa na pwedeng applyan, galing to kay Corazon. Okay, Corazon, look, I'm assuming, and this is quite a big assumption na nandito ka dati, nakakuha ka national insurance number and NHS number, because you wouldn't get those kung turista ka nga. So nandito ka, siguro umuwi kayo, in the meantime namatay si Mister, and and you as the spouse, of course, or not of course, but you as the spouse were then able to get nga some pension, no, private pension niya. But that's a separate issue, Corazon. So yung visit visa mo ngayon, unang-una, visit visa, you can't swap it to anything, no? Now, one possibility though is uuwi ka sa atin, papasok ka dito, for example, on the basis of employment. But I suspect ang tanong mo, it's to do with the fact that you byuda ka nga, no? Is there something that allows you to make an application as the former, the bereaved spouse nga, of someone who was British? The answer is no, strictly speaking, no? The tourist visa ka na nga. Kung nandito kayo nakatira, tapos spouse visa ka, tapos namatay si Mister, spouse visa ka pa nga, no? Hindi pa indefinite, then may posibilidad. Pero kung nandun kayo sa Pilipinas, umuwi ka nga kayo, pasok ka dito with a visit visa, you can't swap that, even though si Mister nung buhay pa nga siya, he was British, unfortunately.
Pwede ba yun? Magkaroon ng insurance number tapos NHS number kung tourist visa lang pumasok? Possible.
That's why usually nga. So that's why I'm guessing nga na siguro nandito sila dati, dito sila they met here, Briton kaya siguro si Mister, or maybe Filipino who then was British. Tapos maybe umuwi sila, tapos namatay si Mister. It's actually not an unusual situation nga. Tapos bumalik siya dito, nandito na nga siya, visit visa nga siya dito. And of course, she would still have the NI number and really? Even the NHS card nga.
Really, yeah? Okay. All right. Parang parang nalilito kasi tourist visa tapos meron NI at saka meron NHS. But anyway, so anong sagot mo nga ulit sa kanya, attorney, na apply?
No, probably not. So
wala.
Yeah, so the background is I think more than what she says there nga, no, dahil meron nga siyang NI number and NHS card nga. So I think nandito nga sila dati, and yung nga lang namatay si Mister. So the fact that she was married once to someone British, no, does not then give her the right to apply on some kind of basis. Then of course, he was married to someone British, so there's no, if you like, widow's right, no. The only way na mangyayari nga yun, kung nandito kayong pareho dati nung namatay si Mr. spouse visa ka, and then you can make an application under what's called the bereavement route. Pero kung wala na kayo dito, namatay si Mr. sa atin, sabihin natin, no? Tapos pumasok ka dito recently as a tourist, then there's no right to then apply on the basis that you were married once to a British citizen.
Okay, so you're creating a scenario, attorney, parang nandito na sila before. She probably have one half of the about 2.5 years ang spouse visa, and then kasal sila, umuwi, and she's patay na, no? And then siguro during that time she was able to get obtain an NI, national insurance number, pati sa NHS, and then now she's coming back dahil patay na asawa as a tourist, no? Wala nang principal to anchor your visa on, di ba? Parang ganun, di ba? Parang siyang kaya tourist eh.
Tama ka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tama ka.
All right. Okay.
I mean, the only
Sige,
thing actually, that's a good point,
Yeah.
no, Sonny? The only thing to consider, no, Corazon, is kung nakakuha kayo indefinite leave to remain dati, yung nga lang napaso, dahil matagal na kayong nasa Pilipinas, sabihin natin kung nandun nga kayo, then it's a possibility to make an application to come back in on what's called returning resident route. Pero hindi ko alam, hindi mo sinabi dyan eh. Tell us, no?
Teka muna, kunyari, let's say, halimbawa, okay, nag-spouse visa 2.5, so then they probably decided mas mura sa Pilipinas that they're gonna go there, doon na sila ng husband niya, namatay. Pero hindi pa permanent resident yun, di ba? Your first, di ba, that's 2.5 years pa, may another pa, no? And then if ever, for example, yung sinasabi mo na returning, ito yung mga, yung mga, ang first na requirement kailangan permanent resident siya or permanent resident, tapos na lumagpas ng 2 years. Pero kung hindi siya permanent resident, hindi niya ma-avail yung returning resident. Pwede ba yan? Ganun ba?
Tama ka. Yun na nga.
Tama, okay. Alright, direct, sige, next question natin. Oh, si
Okay.
Irene
Galing
Bonillo.
okay, si Irene. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Sa Vinilio,
okay.
no? Attorney, I only have 25 days left.
Nawala.
Okay, nawala. Sorry, Paula. Balik mo si Irene. I only have 25 days left para makapag-appeal. 25 days, okay? The Home Office doesn't believe na nasa akin ang full responsibility sa aking anak, despite testimony of the school. They are into, and the people that are looking after them at the moment, which is my pastor in the Philippines. Sabi po nila, wala daw kaming nabanggit sa whereabouts ng father nila. Ang alam lang po namin, nasa Isabela siya, which is 8 hours away from my kids. Ano pong magandang gawin? Maari po bang tulungan sa mag-appeal? Thank you. Yeah, of course, we can help na, Irene, no?
Yeah.
Opo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hindi, ko lang kasi diba yung, we've always been warning mga would-be, mga parents, not would-be, parents sila, no? Who are trying to get their kids to not assign somebody as a guardian, no? Be it their mother or whoever, diba? Kasi that would more or less parang be a signal, warning, so parang gano'n. I don't know, sige, okay, yun lang naman, gusto ko lang banggitin kasi forever you've been always warning on that, diba? Oo. Yun. Sige, go ahead. Sagot mo ito, pwede. Okay, go. Sige, go ahead.
Yeah, so ito po. Unang-una, Irene, yeah, of course, happy to to assist nga. And if I think this is something that requires more detailed advice. So if you haven't, it's probably an idea to give my office a call. 25 days. So you have a little bit of time because of course it's 28 days. So kung ang problema nga, and it seems to be the case, it's sole responsibility. Really, kung ang binanggit nila is you haven't said whereabouts of father, hindi nga nila alam. That's neither here nor there, no? So kung hindi nyo alam kung nasaan yung tatay ng mga bata, it doesn't matter really as far as sole responsibility is concerned. So it could be na yung sole responsibility can be shared hindi nga lang kay tatay. It could also be shared with someone else. Yung nga sinasabi ni Sonny kanina. So yung pastor nga na nag-aalaga sa mga bata nga ngayon, if you called him guardian of the children, then it could be that that was part of the problem, no? So, ang unang kailangang mangyari, if you need me to at least look at and see what we can do to assist you, is kailangan makita nga yung decision mismo, no? And then kung I think you probably have children, sabi mo children, so must be more than one. So if that's the case, then I would need to see really all the refusals. Pero tama ka, the 28 days though start from the date that you're deemed to have received, no, the decision, ha. So make sure that you don't miss the dates, yeah. So yun ang una. And also you do need to provide the decision, because from there I would be able to say, okay, meron ba tayong dahilan, no? Meron ba tayong pag-asa in order to win? Because it could even be, kung hindi pa 18 yung mga bata, it could be that you may want to make a new application. Pero kung refusal nga, so responsibility, more often than not, it can't be fixed by making a new application. You need to actually appeal it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Irene. Ang sakit niyan, ano?
Bakit kaya yung pastor ang nag-aalaga? No? Wala ba yung mother niya? No? Kasi kung mother, may chance pa, di ba? May mga ganyan. Dahil mother eh. Siyempre, alagaan niya apo niya. Pero ang sole responsibility, hindi siya guardian yung nanay, kundi yung ikaw pa rin. Halimbawa, nasa UK. No? Nagpapadala ng pera and so on and so forth and everything sa kanilang pag-aaral, pagkain at lahat. No? Yung nanay mo lang, or even, kunyari, kung sister, wala namang problema din. No? Hindi mo pwedeng, as long as you don't say na guardian, no? Kung nakatira sa sister, inaalagaan na sister, no? Walang problema, attorney, di ba? As long as hindi mo i-label as guardian. Pero in this case, pastor. Kasi ang line niya kanina, pakibalik mo, direct. Sabi niya, ano eh, parang taking after or looking after, or parang ganun, pastor, pakilabas nga yung direct. Yun. Ito, in testimony of the school, they are into, and the people that looking after them at the moment, which is my pastor in the Philippines. Ayun.
Yeah. Well,
pero, pastor, di ba pwede i-reason out? Pastor yun eh.
Yeah. So there actually is some advantage, no, dito. In fact, Sonny,
you can see an advantage.
Yeah. So yeah, the advantage would be kung pamilya mo, no, ang carer nga sa bata. So yung nga lola nila o auntie nga nila, it's more likely that the home office may say, well, in that case, you've shared the parental responsibility with them, ng pamilya nga, no? Now, kung pastor, it's probably potentially easier to argue that you had a business or you have a business relationship with them. Na binabayaran mo nga siya, dahil hindi naman siya pamilya, binabayaran mo siya to look after the children, no? So, there could be a tactical advantage nga to it. It's a terrible refusal, no? Dahil nga, you know, to be told, well, no, hindi kami naniniwala na ikaw nga, no, you have sole responsibility. It's sakit, no? So, I'm sorry to hear that, Irene. But you should appeal. You should really see about appealing.
But kailangan makita ng gusto yung kompletong kwento, no? At lahat ng mga facts and the paper trail or paper mga documents or whatever, no? Okay, sige.
Tama.
Ito, uy.
Okay, Corazon Bradshaw. Dito po ako, ngayon, inaayos ko po yung tax refund ko. Tax refund.
Ito ba yung Corazon? Ito ba yung kanina na, no? Na sinasabi niyang, ano siya, tourist visa? Ito pala. Corazon, dito daw ako ngayon. Inaayos ko yung tax refund ko po. Okay.
Tax refund. You don't have to be,
kaya hindi masyadong kompleto story, no?
Yeah. So, I mean, I suppose you could tax refund. Yeah, okay. So yung nga, nandito.
Ito yun, ito yung kanina si Corazon.
Tax refund. Okay, so yeah, tourist visa. So sabi niya, so yung tanong niya.
Balik ko lang direct. At least ito. So na-realize ni attorney na ito yun, same person.
Okay, so nandito siya. Yung tax refund niya. But Corazon, you don't have to be in the UK to sort out your tax refund, no? These things can be done online, ha?
Pero isang tanong din niya, so online to attorney. Pero ang purpose din niya siguro niya, coming over as a tourist visa, is there a possibility in her previous yung initial ano niya is, can you, siguro switching o pwede pa ba kung visang applyan or something, di ba? Meron ba? Wala yata, no?
Yeah.
Wala ba? O meron?
No,
Wala, ng
kung
tourist
visitor
eh.
ka nga lang dito, namatay na si Mister, unfortunately, no? Then unless you can return to the UK as say, on basis of employment, kung carer ka nga, no, for example, that's now on the shortage occupation list, then yeah, may posibilidad ng ganon. Pero kung nandito ka nga, visit visa ka, and you did not lose, if you like, indefinite mo nga dati, so you can't make an application under the returning resident route, then the fact that byuda ka nga, you were married to someone British at one
Bradshaw.
point, that on its own,
Oh.
yeah, it will not grant you, if you like, leave to remain in the United Kingdom, unfortunately.
Aha. Okay. All right. Okay. So next question, Direk. Anong next question natin dyan? Ayan. Crius.
Okay, galing
Yeah.
po to
Okay.
Crius, or F.
Oh,
Crius, no?
Crius. Sige.
So, good evening,
Mhm.
Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. My boyfriend will try his luck to apply in the UK next year after wedding, yeah? And after wedding namin, kasi into the medical profession siya. In case po matanggap siya sa UK and married na kami, pwede po ba kaming mag-apply for spousal visa? Oh, okay. I'm currently a self-employed individual with 3 businesses here in the Philippines. Mahirap po ba makakuha ng ganong visa, and how much money po ang kakailangan namin? Thanks and God bless you both. Okay, kay Krios to. Okay. So, unang-una, pagka nagpasok siya ng application, Krios, no? As a medical, under the health and social care route, no? He can, pagka nakakuha siya visa, so pwede kanyang isama, basically. So you don't have a separate spouse visa, not in the traditional sense. So you are then, dahil kasal nga kayo, you are then his dependent. So isasama ka nga niya. It's a separate application, but it's nevertheless the case that you are then his dependent. So makukuha siyang visa, pwede kang isama as his dependent nga. The application is made online. Ang kailangan niyang pakita, unless he gets a certification from his employer na pera nga niya in his account sa kanya is £1,270, no, for an applicant coming into the UK, and then £285 for you. So so the total of those is obviously what, 1,500, may git na konti, 1,600. Yung perang yun, it must be in your account within 28 days, no? So you must have had that at least 28 days before you submit the application. But the way around it would be, pagka nagpasok kayo ng application, makakakuha siya ng certification from the employer, no? That they're able to provide nga maintenance. So they just need to tick that box. And if they tick that box, then you don't need to be bothered about the amount of money in the account. So the quick answer is, kung makakuha siyang visa, pwede ka din sumama nga dito. The fact that you have business nga in the Philippines is neither here nor there, as long as sapat nga yung income nga niya dito. So good luck, and hopefully makakuha nga siya. Actually, tell us, no, on what basis, and hopefully, you can come to the UK.
Yeah. Oh. But this will be anchored on the success of yung boyfriend niya na maka-apply ng any medical in the field of, well, it could be nursing, no? Hindi natin alam kasi kung doktor hindi naman ganun kadali. So this either might be a nurse, no? Na nag-a-apply yung boyfriend,
Yeah.
tama ba? Attorney?
Yeah.
O kasi
Nurse,
kung doktor,
carer, yeah.
carer o ganyan, di ba?
Yeah, no,
O
doctors
anything
also,
na nasa,
no, it's yeah. So a lot
Open
are
ba,
on the
doctors?
shortage occupation list. Yeah.
Okay. Kung sakali lang,
Specialist
oo,
doctors,
nasa
no?
medical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nasa medical profession daw. Okay. Yeah, so tama 'yon. Hindi walang masyadong weight yung ano tawag dito, yung mga businesses mo kasi hindi naman nahahanapan ang kailangan yung principal mo, yung mismo magdadala sa dependent ka, o asawa ka na, magiging asawa ka na, no? At ang ano yata, attorney, di ba kamukha nung, alam mo yung mga, may kwento ako rito dati, may nurse din sa Missouri, no? Nagkakilala sila ng girlfriend niya sa hospital, doktora. Mas marami pang pera yung doktora. Kinasal sila. Ikakasal o kinuha Ang nangyari, dahil gumastos na gusto sa lalaki, walang masyadong pera, na, parang gusto niya mag-show off to sa family ng babae, para just to show off na, although I am a nurse at ang anak niyo yung doktora, I'll try to, parang nag-show off sa kasal at lahat, sa gastos. Na kumonte ang pera sa bangko, wala masyadong parang walang pera. Na-deny initially, no? Yung babae, the wife na doktora cannot prove na, hey, I have a lot of money. Hindi yun eh. Kasi ang ina-anchor doon sa principal mo, yung nurse na nandito, nakukuha doon sa wife niya na doktora. Hindi na kailangan i-prove nun sa Pilipinas yung marami siyang pera, kay bilyon-bilyon pa yun. I don't think the UK government will see that as a requirement. Kasi ang principal mo ang magdadala sa'yo. Diba? Parang ganyan din dito, eh, no? So even if you have so many businesses, as long as kailangan yung maganda ang salary ba, dapat may salary requirement ba, attorney? Yung ba ang kaya sinasabi mo maganda ang sweldo to be able to get the spouse? Kasama na ba kagad? Sama na kagad?
Yeah.
From the time they get applied, inaprobahan na chicken company straight away?
Yeah, so the salary requirement nga para sa kay mister, no, for the main applicant nga, kung sabihin natin kung carer, no, or is the basic, they're on the shortage occupation, no, list, and that's 20,000, I think 480 pounds lang, no. Well, say lang, it's much lower than normal, no. Normally you're looking at over 26,000 pounds.
18,600.
So a little over 20,000 pounds. Yeah, ang kailangan niya mapakita nga. So yun ang income requirement. Now, they're less interested, well, they're actually not interested at all kung ano nga income mo, no, sa Pilipinas. Dahil, yeah, what you need to show is that the main applicant, yung asawa mo, at the moment, fiancé mo, has sufficient, yung income niya, the offer of employment comes with an income that is, at least 20,480 pounds kung he's coming in under the shortage to pursue an occupation under the shortage occupation list. Yun. So hopefully makuha mo, no? It would be nice to see you in the UK.
Oo. Tama. Krius ba? Ganda na pangalan.
Krius.
O, direct, next question natin? May next question tayo. Very interesting yung mga questions yan. Yes. Attorney,
yeah,
yes.
no, absolutely.
Lisa.
Yun na nga. Galing po to kay Nisa, no? Good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to all. My husband and I are both preparing our applications for UK visa, switching to another visa category inside the country. We also have the mandatory requirements. Our concern now is the preparation of our application for submission. Do we need to print out all our expired passports and then submit them with our applications? Hope you can give me some knowledge about the step-by-step preparations for switching or extending UK visa. Thanks a lot. Galing po to kay Nisa. Nisa, okay. Difficult to know where to start really with your question. A few things. So unang-una, the two are quite separate, processes. They're of course linked, but they're separate process. So the application you need to submit, the application and then the uploading of the documents. So the application, of course you do that nga online. Pagka pinasok nyo ng application nyo online, there then it will come up with a window, what to do next. And then you click into that window, makikita you're given a number of choices, and it will then also ask one of the choices is booking biometric appointment with ang tawag ng kumpanya Supasteria, no? If you click on that, makikita it then comes up with yet another button, to say you can upload nga documents. The documents you need to upload, tama ka, the mandatory documents, as far as the passports go, ang kailangan mo nga lang pakita, they're the relevant passports nga lang. So kung marami kayong passport nga paso na, hindi nyo naman ginamit in the United Kingdom, you don't need to upload those, no? What you need to upload though is yung passport nyo nga dito na ginamit nyo. So if you're not in the UK that long, and given that Philippine passports are 10 years nga, you probably only have that one passport. You don't even need to upload all the pages. Pero kailangan mong pakita nga the photo section with the detail section, at saka of course yung visa nyo nung pumasok nga kayo dito, no? And the same goes for your BRP, yung biometric residence permit nyo nga, that they all need to be uploaded, no? This actually, it's in fact not an easy process. Kailangan nyo nga mag-ingat pagka nag-upload kayo ng mga documents. So, but if you go on the online, no, I mean, there's no choice. You have to do it nga online. Then you will, hopefully it's fairly clear kung anong kailangan yung gawin. Now, just beware, pagka nagpasok ko yung application, usually, and this is not really something they enforce too rigorously, but usually, kailangan yung pasok o i-upload na yung documents within 2 months of the application being submitted. But my experience is they're not that strict with when you need to upload nga the documents. But usually they give you a date. Pagka nagpasok ng application, they would say in that portal also you should submit your application within, and normally that's 2 months later.
Okay, at least 2 months, no? Although sabi mo hindi masyadong maigpit, pero just the same comply, no? Within 2 months. Okay, all right. May question tayo rito from ayan. Okay, si Mar S. Yan, attorney.
Yeah, actually, this I love this question. No, it's close to my heart because of Watson. So magandang gabi to you both. Sabi niya, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. May question lang po ako. I'm here in the Philippines and talagang dog lover po ako. No, oh bless you. Lilipad po ako sa UK next year, 2023. Kaso, hindi ko pa talagang kayang iwanan yung mga alaga ko. I have 3 dogs which I want to bring with me to the UK. Hope you can give me ideas about the process, requirements, and how much is the cost. Maraming salamat. Now, okay, Mars, ito. Kailangan, so it starts really with yung vaccination, no? Now, dahil Pilipinas, gagaling nga kayo sa Pilipinas, unfortunately, Philippines is not on the listed countries where it makes it easier to bring pets in, no? But it's not impossible. So, wag mo silang hindi mo sila kailangang iwanan. So, when you go on the Home Office website, and I tell you what, Mars, email me, no? Have a look at my email later. I will send you the link. So, so mangyayari, either you follow the tawag nila travel rules for pets, no, for a country that's not on the list, or kailangan nila mag-quarantine, and of course you don't want them quarantined, no. So your pet must have a blood sample, yun ang unang-una, no, taken at least 30 days after a rabies vaccination, yun ang una, okay. Tapos your vet then sends that blood sample to an EU-approved blood testing lab. So, in your case, unfortunately, there isn't one in the Philippines. The nearest would be Australia, China, and Thailand. No, but you can send it there. No, the result of the blood test must then show that the vaccination was successful, and then the relevant level of rabies antibodies there. No. And then, kailangan mo mag-intay ng 3 months. So all this, you need to start the ball rolling now. You must wait 3 months, minimum from the date of the blood sample, okay? Before you travel, no? And then, bibigyan ka ng vet, no? The Australian vet, o kaya the one from Thailand, with a copy of the test results, so and the health certificate. So importante nga yun, Mars. If you don't do that, so sabihin natin you travel within a month of the blood of the blood test, or indeed 2 months later, then they will quarantine yung mga aso nyo. You need to quarantine them for a total nga of 3 months. So kung 1 month nga ang kulang, they'll be so if you come here after 1 month, so kulang pa sila ng 2 months, they'll quarantine them for 2 months. If you fail altogether, we don't do any if you come within, you don't follow the rules, then they will have to quarantine for 3 months. Now, I actually looked at the cost. I spoke now with someone, a kennels, no, before close of business today, and they quoted for a 3 months, no, quarantine. They quoted £2,500. So kung tatlo sila, kung hindi mo ito gawin, you're looking at £2,500 times 3. And of course, you don't want
Wow.
them separated from you. Yeah, £2,500. So make sure you just follow, the process. And although it looks a bit convoluted on online, it's not that bad, pero kailangan mo kung ang balak mo, especially if you're looking to come towards the beginning of 2023 rather than towards the end of 2023, you should do it now, especially if you're having to make contact with vets in Australia, China, or Thailand, because unfortunately there's no permitted vet nga in the Philippines. I did look into it.
Tana, what are you saying, attorney? He has to exit coming from one of those countries na merong na pwedeng manggaling ang aso?
No.
Ganun ba?
You can post it, no? So mangyayari, you
Okay.
you make contact now with them, because they're authorized, vet services. So you make contact with them, and they will say to you, okay, you need to provide us nga with blood sample for your pet, no? So easiest would be, if you have a vet nga, I'm sure you have a vet nga sa Pilipinas, they'll take blood sample, and then they can send it by post, actually, or get it couriered nga to wherever it needs to go, and then they do the checks. But it has to be an authorized vet service, and that's why, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a possibility in the Philippines nga. So the nearest ones is in Australia, as I say, China, and Thailand. It's
So
on the list, on the home office list.
In short, if he complies, he will, coming from the Philippines, he can bring his dogs here. Ganun ba? Kung okay lang.
Yeah.
Kasi kaya ko
Absolutely.
natanong yun. Kaya
Yeah,
ako
if you
natanong,
comply.
akala ko, okay, kasi ganito naging strategy. During the time that there was, the Philippines was blacklisted, or was not one of those countries na parang, or red countries na where you can come from, no? Na hindi pwede pumasok sa Pilipinas unless returning British citizen ka, or a spouse, or whatever, no? Or permanent resident ka na returning back to work, no? And some of the other people who are kind of well off, what they would do is they'll travel on a tourist visa going to the US first, so that they would be coming, although they're Filipinos and coming from the Philippines, ang parang lumalabas na port of entry nila, o kung saan sila galing, US, which is maluwag kasi, hindi banned ng US. Kaya I was thinking in those terms na ang aso ay bawal sa Pilipinas, punta muna siya ng I don't know, Singapore, Hong Kong, o Australia. Doon siya ngayon manggaling at mag-apply palabas papunta. So, pwede pala sa Pilipinas as long as ipaano mo yung mga blood samples, no? Australia, wherever country, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So yun lang, nabanggit ko lang kasi there are a lot of Filipinos who did that style. Instead of, maluwag sa US eh. Kumbaga, okay, US coming to the Philippines, coming to the UK eh. So, rather than coming directly from the Philippines, which was not red or something, or amber or whatever, they had to go to the US first, and from the US, travel to the UK. Ganun nangyari. Okay. May question pa tayo? Ito, Corazon Brazo. Ano yun?
Oh, so kagad
Corazon Brazo.
na late
Ito yung
registration
nagtutourist ngayon, no?
po ako. Late registration po ako sa online, attorney. Anong ibig sabihin late registration ka?
Yun nga,
online?
dapat online, oo. Kulang kasi information
so,
para tingi-tingi, no? So, hindi natin makuha yung complete picture. Ito. Ay, sa Irene naman, habunin yung kanina.
Okay. Si Irene. So, yung
Teka na, are you gonna be, are you gonna be commenting on the other one, yung kay Corazon Bracho, o kulang yung information?
So yung, si Miss Bracho,
Balikan mo, direct.
I need to know a bit more info, no? Hindi ko maintindihan tong late registration. Late registration in what? Sa online?
In saan? Saan kang late
registration? Yeah. So give us a bit more info. Late registration.
I'm not really sure what. More info. Okay, more info. Yeah. Okay, so Irene Habonillo.
Okay.
Attorney.
Galing po kay Irene. Yung nanay ko po kasing matanda, hindi niya kayang alagaan ng mga bata. 17 na pong anak ko at panganay. Panganay 15 na yung pangalawa. Masakit po. Masakit po sa lola may sakit siya si lola. And sabi, wala daw kaming sinubmit na tuberculosis test. Naibigay ko na po lahat sa solicitor, and I doubt na hindi nila inisubmit. Ang problema ko po, ayaw ibigay sa akin ang copy ng documents na binigay ko sa kanila. Wala din akong kopya. Sana po ma-meet ko kayo tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, magkita tayo. Irene, happy to help, no? Probably best. Dali mo kung ano man nasa iyo, dali mo pag-usapan natin maigi. But there are ways also finding out.
Sayang, sana ikaw na kaagad ang solicitor from the beginning. Mas maganda kung Pinoy talaga. I don't know kung Pinoy yung solicitor mo o ibang lahi, no? Kasi Pinoy talaga mas nakakaintindi at maipapaliwanag mo ng gusto, no? Ito, tinatalakay namin lagi ni attorney dito itong mga ganyan, yung mga, pangalan dyan, yung sole responsibility, no? So, ayan, Okay, okay ba tayo, attorney? Attorney, direct? Meron pa isa. Meron pa.
Direct Paula.
Direct Paula, at PM some pics. May pics ba? Ilalabas ba natin yung picture? Ayan. Yung tea. Wow. Ito yung sandwiches, ha?
That is posh.
Galing naman.
Tingnan mo.
Wow.
Delicious. Did you see a scone? Tingnan mo. There's a
Oh,
scone.
yeah, yes.
Jam. Yan. How wonderful.
Ano yan? Parang,
parang goto.
Ano tawag dyan? May tawag sila.
A posh goto.
Pero may tawag sila dyan, eh. Or ano, may
posh lugaw.
May tawag yata sa porridge. Hindi ba porridge yan? Hindi, iba yan, no? Porridge ba yan, attorney?
Siguro. They're onions.
Hindi.
No? Unless it's Scottish porridge. Because that's, wow, but that looks delish.
Sa Victoria ba yan? No? Ano pangalan ng hotel? Fairmont Hotel, something.
Fairmont.
Wow, that's nice. Yung bonding ng family. The last time you messaged us was something about you and the wife, di ba? An anniversary. Pang ilang anniversary? 25th yata. If I remember it still clearly. 25th, silver. Ngayon with the family. Mabuhay. I will love you guys. I will love you. Pero mo, from America, andyan pa rin siya, nagme-message. Ano yun? May message ba doon? Sonia Padilla Williams.
Galing to. Yeah. So Sonia, yes, I did share the share code online when I applied for a new job, the right to work. Tama ka. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's exactly right, no, Sonia. Yun ang kailangan mong gawin.
Kung ako nagbabae, ang pangalan ko, Sonia. No? So, Sonia Padilla Williams. So, first time ba yan? First time ba si Sonia? Sonia? Kung ako'y naging gay, ako si Sonia. Ayan, Sonia. Alright, mabuhay ka, Sonia, Padilla Williams. So, Corazon Branso.
Okay. I'll give you my email, no? Mamaya.
Mamaya. Pagkatapos ng show. Pag nagpapaalam kami, binabanggit na attorney ko how to get in touch with her, no?
Kung wala po akong matanggap, pwede po bang mag-walk-in? Thank you. Irene, ang payo ko, always call, no? Dahil nga ang problema, especially this month at saka beginning of next month.
May hearing ka, di ba? Marami.
I'm perpetually at court. So, it could be na dumating ka doon. And kung nandun ako, I always try and accommodate people. Yung nga lang. Pero kung wala ako doon, wala akong magagawa. And so, probably
sayang.
to call for an appointment. Yeah. Sayang nga lang. Especially kung malayo ka, no?
Yes, tama rin. Tama rin naman, para ang magkaabison para malaman mo kung nando si attorney. Kasi nga, kung may hearing yan, magtagal pa. O di, parang ano, di ba? Okay. Si Rudy Libro, yan. Oo.
Si Rudy. Tignan mo naman, no?
Kantayan,
yeah, sabi. Yun na nga, the talented, at saka yung anak niya, no? Very talented. Happy Thursday, sabi niya. Maulan, malamig, at madilim.
Madilim.
So poetic.
Triple A.
Madilim na masayang gabi. Yeah, no? Elegante and lovely, Attorney Lira. Slim.
Elegante and lovely, ha?
Super. Yun na nga. I love this man.
Lovely,
Ikaw nga din. So, slim, guwapo, Sir Sonny. Tama siya, no?
Salamat.
Super,
Salamat,
Sir Edgar. And lovely Direct Paula. And all viewers. God bless Team Libroho. Hi, Rudy. In regards to the family, the talented
magulo dyan sa Northern Ireland. Wala pa silang National Assembly, no? Hindi pa So, yeah, mabuhay kayo. I'm really looking forward to seeing you, Rudy, pagka napunta akong Gusto ko magpunta ng ng Belfast and Dublin. Parang isang puntahan. Diba? Oh, diba? One drive or one train ride or whatever, one bus ride
You should.
from either way,
Yeah.
enter Dublin, exit Belfast, or enter Belfast, exit Dublin. No? So, yeah, mabuhay ka.
Wow.
Kasi ito,
Yeah, no,
Annalyn
you should
Pino
do that,
Hermoso.
no? Oh,
Mm-mm.
hi, Annalyn. Yeah, I love her
always
last name,
watching.
Pino Hermoso.
Pino
Yeah.
Hermoso.
From
Sabi niya.
London.
Ayan, pakibasa,
Yeah,
attorney.
yeah.
Yeah, basahin mo.
Yeah, good evening
Ganda
po,
ng
sabi niya, no? Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny, always watching here in London. Oh, ang
Wow,
bait
thank
niya,
you.
no?
Thank you. Oo, Pino Hermoso, no? Ano yan, dalawang apelido, pinagdugtong mo, isang apelido na yan. No? Hindi naman double barrel.
Actually, that's true.
Double barrel daw yung,
Yeah.
di ba? Pinagdudugtong, double barrel. Kamukha ni Direk, Roque, ano ba apelido ng Direk? Paula, ano ba yung middle name niya? Double barrel ko sana. Pero ikaw, ano ka, double barrel ka, attorney, parang in a way, di ba?
Ako?
Tama ba?
Well,
Hindi, yung Simon-CABATBAT
not
ko,
really.
hindi. Not really.
Simon-CABATBAT.
Kabatbat lang talaga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kabatbat
Kasi
lang.
may, kabatbat lang, oo. Okay, hindi, pakita mo direct. So, hindi ganito, attorney. We will take it off. Kailangan tanggalin yan. Hindi double barrel.
Oh, no. Leave the Simon. Dahil most of my clients, dahil ang opisina namin, tawag Douglas Simon, no? At least yun ang pronunciation, Simon. Pero ako nga ang Simon. Ako Simon. So, Lira SIMON-CABATBAT. But look,
Pero,
I
yeah,
answered
pero ito,
to
double
anything
barrel
not
to.
rude.
Oh, di, pero ito,
So, it's not really
double barrel to.
Oh,
Tanggalin mo direct, Simon, pero kabatbat. Ayun, parang ganun. Okay. Para ako, Sonny De Leon Laragan. Hindi double barrel yung De Leon Laragan, kundi De Leon, tapos nanay ko, tapos Laragan. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye.
I'm not so posh.
Llewellyn James, ano pangalan nung yung nagdi-design ng mga sa tapos lagi siya mahaba yung niya, yung ano pangalan ng guy na yun? I don't see him lately.
No?
Llewellyn, yeah, double barrel yun diba? Double barrel name yun
Yeah.
And very posh when he talks, And then, and I saw a show of his na parang inaayos niya yung, he would make suggestions or change the, I don't know, the room, the house or whatever. But there was one episode I saw that the people were disappointed and they couldn't contain themselves. And they were really parang, diba, some people would be, so thank you, we love what you've done, and so on and so forth. But that particular episode I saw, they were so disappointed. Talagang galit, parang iyak talaga, parang they were so disappointed talaga na iiyak na gano'n. But yeah, anyway, diba, yung expectation na iba dun sana, But that guy, I haven't seen him lately, I would see his shows. There would be some reruns, and diba? Yung guy na yan, very posh. So yun ang itsura niya, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
he's very,
attorney, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
Ano ka? Sige.
No.
Nagkakaroon tayo ng parang loud delay, no?
He's very flamboyant. So yeah.
Yes. Yung kanyang
yeah.
attire, no? Dabi niya. Attorney, sige, go ahead. Baka meron kang gustong i-announce or let them know how they could get in touch with you. And yeah, baka meron ka pang nakalimutan dagdag sa ating pinag-usapan. Go right ahead, please. Yeah. Go right ahead, please, attorney.
Okay. So, thank you. So, okay, ito pong details ko, no? Ito nga, no? Kabatbat at douglas-simon.com. So, yan pong diretsong email ko. Kung naman email nyo, dun babagsak. Kung pwede ba, lagay nyo nga lang dun sa subject, yung immigration corner, no? Because otherwise, pagka binuksan ko and then I close it, if I don't know your email address, I'll never find it again. So, lagay nyo immigration corner in the subject. Telephone number po namin sa opisina, 0203-375-0555. Ito pong number namin, no? Of course, kung tatawag kayo galing sa Pilipinas, then you need to put the UK number. It's better though to email me, no? Because it's I'm especially at the moment this month and beginning of next month, I'm mainly out of the office. So if you email me, I'll pick it up nga when I'm back. So kabatbat at douglas-simon.com. Now I've started also uploading yung mga some potentially useful write-ups. So you can check out yung website nga namin. So if you just Google Douglas Simon, makikita nyo. If you click on that and you go into news, then you may find some useful information in the news section. So new articles nga, things that may be of help to you, including I will be uploading also the check right to work checks, no. So it could be useful. Now, sabi nga ni Sonny, next week he's on holiday. We'll miss him. I'll miss him, but please join me because I will be around. No, it will be me and Paula. No, whilst you're having a good time, nandito ako.
Oo nga. Well, hopefully kung maka-join ako and if we have a good signal in the find, hopefully I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be like a drive-through to a lot. That's what now we plan on doing when we now travel. We will have to do by sections of a place. Kunyari, well, if you go to Wales, Wales land. If you go to Scotland, Scotland land. If you go to, for example, Cornwall, Cornwall land. No, hindi yung isang lugar lang. That will be great. No, so yeah, attorney, looking forward din sa next time that we see each other again. No, alam mo naman, it's fun, no, that we're together. And I get to learn a lot of things. I get to more or less probably add on to some of the yung mga pinag-uusapan natin as a part of a query or a commentary, parang coming from the kababayans, mga viewers point of view natin, no. But I'm glad that we have so many questions tonight. Dogs, ano pa bang pinag-uusapan natin? Yung mga uploading of documents, the processes,
lahat.
Lahat na, mga cost pinag-uusapan, mga shared code pinag-uusapan natin. No? So, maganda, very varied ho. Very, kumbaga, napakalawak yung discussion natin. It's a very, parang, field ng immigration, maraming tinatamaan attorney, no? Malawak yan, di ba? Ano ba ang word na nahanap kay correct to say, parang malawak,
Yeah.
Very wide-ranging, no? Diba?
It is vast, no, the field of immigration.
Vast,
and and it is so gustong-gusto ko nga mga I love the questions, no? Dahil it's just so varied, no? ASO, pension, so everything. Pension, but one final thing, nakalimutan ko sabihin, Sonny, happy birthday, Sol.
Sol, happy birthday, Sol. Ayan, no? Dami namin pinag-usapan ngayong gabi, Sol, no? Pinag-usapan pa kung sakaling magkaroon ng boyfriend na nasa medical profession makapasok, meron siyang 3 businesses. Maganda, very bright. Para ka nanonood ng telenovela rito, para ka nanonood ng Kaya lang, ang napansin ko lang, yun nga, sometimes probably when some of them, pasensya na lang, no? Parang they could not completely give us the information, siguro, di ba? Parang gano'n. Hindi rin natin maibigay yung tama rin na kumpletong sagot dahil parang, hindi pa kumpleto. But just the same, no? Ayan, email nyo si attorney kung meron kayong, not only those yung mga nagtanong, but those who are watching right now, sinong nagsabi na lagi daw siya nanonood naman, gano'n, kaya silent hindi, meron
Corazon.
Si Corazon, sabi nga, attorney, di ba sabi ko, bagong pangalan to. Bigla daw nag-react. Sabi nga, hindi, nandito lang ako, silent viewer lang ako. Thank you very much.
Silent viewer.
Good. Silent viewer, sabi natin, mukhang bagong name to. Diba, sabi natin. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. No? Sa ngalan ni Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT na hindi double barrel ng pangalan. Direct, alam mo na yan, hindi double barrel. At syempre, sa ating director na si Paula, ano yung middle name niya? Double barrel ko na, Roque Perez. Roque Perez. Roque Perez. Paula Perez. Tama, Roque Paula Perez.
Ganda.
PRP, ganda na pangalan niya, PRP, o kaya PP, di ba? So, sa ngalan din natin, director na si Paula Perez, dahil kung wala siya, wala kami ni attorney dito, hindi mangyayari itong programa natin, very interactive na show natin with you guys, no? And of course, kayo, we want to thank you, no? Sa ngalan din ninyo, na lagi sumisubaybay, kamukha ni Corazon Bradshaw? Corazon ba first name ni Miss Bradshaw? Oo, na nag-insist, no, I'm not a first-time viewer. I am a silent viewer. Been here always, watching on the sidelines, so to speak. So, sa ngalan ni attorney, ni Paula, kayo, ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay dito po sa Immigration Corner on a happy Thursday. Let's do, baka lang ho, pero kung makasama ako, fine. Pero andyan naman ako si attorney at saka si Direk for another happy Thursday next week, no? So till then, ano ba, holy, ano celebration na, attorney? Yung Halloween, Happy Halloween. Ayan. Happy Halloween. Take care. God bless to you guys and good night. So, happy nice weekend as well. No? Maraming salamat. Good night. Bye-bye. Till next Thursday. Happy Thursday.